Hey guys, good morning. It's 9:06. I woke up like 5 minutes ago. I am at 280.9, so I gained 0.3 pounds. I really think that I think it's the exercise intensity is what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna test it, see. It'll just take a day or two to really hone in on, like, okay, where's the actual, like, line? Because what this is telling me, and I've had this happen before, I didn't really connect the dots, but this is telling me that I am at my maintenance, like, threshold with the current meal that I'm doing. So any little thing can tip the scales in one way or another. So I'm going to have to ramp up intensity or duration or both for exercise in order to tip the scales. So, which is fine. That just means, like, I have to be paying attention to, like, okay, am I taking the hour walk? Maybe I do 2 walks a day. I don't know. Or I start doing the hill a lot more. Like, I'm thinking maybe on the days I'm not doing gym, I do hill. And then on days I do gym, I still do my hour walk, but I don't do the hill. Or maybe I do the hill every day. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to see. Anyway, I woke up, just as a kind of a side note, I woke up with some pain in my, like, upper chest, like, in a band. It felt very diffused, almost like heartburn. So I was thinking, like, okay, maybe I'm having some heartburn. But as soon as I stood up and kind of walked around a little bit, it's gone now. So maybe it was actually pressure from the bed. I don't know. But something to track. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go do some things and then come back and check in on you guys. So, thanks, and I'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, it is 3:31. Got my food, I just made it. And I wrote like 987-ish words, so almost 1,000, right a little bit under. And then I went on the treadmill and walked for an hour. It was pretty cold out. I initially was going to walk just around, but then I started seeing snow, and I'm like, maybe I'm gonna just walk inside today. So that's what I did. Went shopping a little bit, and yeah, now I'm here. I did a few modifications on the diet because I looked at it and I'm like, okay, the calorie count is ballooning to like 2,400 calories. How am I gonna, like, cut that down? Well, the apple by itself is 200, so I ended up cutting the apple. We'll see. I might add it back. I don't know what's gonna happen. I might cut other things, or, mix it around, or maybe do a little less chickpeas. We'll see. But for now, I cut that, And then I also went from the, what's it called? Went from 100 calories worth of milk to the oat milk to 50 calories. So I just cut that in half. Because I already was like, maybe I only need half a cup. And then I also cut both the pistachios and the sunflower seeds from the nuts. I already mentioned that, but with those changes, everything seems to be in order. Oh, I also changed to half a tablespoon of oil for the chickpeas. So all of those things combined got me to right around 2,000 calories, which is what I want. So we're going to see. I checked my heart rate at the start and at the end of my workout, and for the walk. And I went at a moderate pace. It's like on the treadmill, it's a 2.7. And which doesn't really mean much, but that's a comfortable pace for me to walk without like having to jog. Because right now, like, yeah, I could try and run or jog, but I'm just not in that good a shape. So I'm going to need to build up slowly. Which I've done before. It just takes time and patience. But my heart rate at the end was right around 130, which is where I want to be. It's at the lower end of moderate for my age. So, it's like right on the line. But, so that's kind of where I'm at. We'll see if that's enough based on what happens tomorrow. So, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Which I've said a lot, but, feel pretty confident that I've gotten most of the things I wanted to do today done already. So, I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. We'll see. Been enjoying this new book called The Healer that I found. I found it on Audible, and yeah, I've been enjoying it. So there's a couple books in the series. It's kind of short. It's only like 9 hours. And I read it about 2 to 2.5 times speed, depending on the cadence and who I'm listening to. So it's actually like 4 to 3 hours for the whole book. But I'm enjoying it nonetheless. It's very good so far. So I'm just going to listen to that when I do my walks. I might even finish the book since I only have like 20-ish minutes left. So maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I felt really lost. Like, yesterday, I felt a little muddled, I guess. Not lost, but a little muddled. Just felt like things were going, like, a little bit faster than I, like, am used to, I guess. And it finally caught up to me at how fast I'm kind of chugging, considering I went from 0 to, like, this. So, yeah, I had a lot of, like, practice in the past, and I've, like, honed what I'm going to be eating, and I figured out, like, my walking, and, like, yeah, so, but it's just all starting to hit me that it's, like, it's happening, we're doing this, what is it, like, I think it's, like, 18 days in, or 17 days in at this point. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it feels like a lot. So I'm gonna, like, lock down on the few things that I think are, like, the keys to keeping me kind of paced well. And that's writing in the morning. I wake up, I do the thing by like talking to you guys. And then afterwards, if I have the option, sitting down and writing seems to be really helpful. It's almost like I'm tapping into my like dream state, so the writing flows really, really easy. And then, obviously continuing to record is also going to be helpful. And then the walking / gym. And then obviously the food. So I think if I just focus on those keys, and then when it comes to the like meditation, letting that show up when it needs to show up, resting when I need to rest, and yeah, today it just felt really flowy, if that makes sense. Everything flowed really well. I ended up, there was someone who was standing at a corner after I went shopping to get grapes finally, and some more milk. And the person had a sign that just said, like, it was like, need food or something. Like, basically they were just hungry. And at first I was like, should I help this person? I don't know. Like, and then my like mind started running through like scenarios of like, well, what if this person's just like trying to like get money out of sympathy or blah blah blah, whatever. But my gut was like, no, you should help this person. So I drove past this person, and like there was literally a crossroads, as it were, where there was a light and I could go left or right, could go home, or I could turn around with the going left. I went left and parked near, walked up to the person, gave them all the cash I had on me. It wasn't much. It was like $43 or something, $45. But like, yeah, I was just like, I'm just going to give them what I have. And, you know what? They probably need it. And if it's something where it's like, they don't need it, whatever. Like, my gut's telling me that they're going to need it. So I shouldn't second guess it. So I gave it to them. We both said, God bless you, to each other. And then I walked away, and that was it. And I felt like I did the right thing. So that was that. And I've been having those things where, like, there was an old man yesterday at the store. Where was I? Did I go to the store 2 days in a row? I did. Okay. Oh, yeah, because I went to... Okay, well... Anyway, there was just an old man that, like, had, like, dropped something or whatever. And initially I walked past him. And then I stopped, and I'm like, what am I doing? like, I can't just walk past this guy. So then I went back, and, like, I was late in helping him. He'd already picked up one of the objects that he dropped. But, like, I helped him with the other thing. He said thanks, and then that was it. And I'm trying really hard to break out of my like, numbness. That's really what it is. It's a numbness towards the plight of others. That's the best way to describe it. Because it's like, I'm sure most of you have had an experience where you just got off work, you're really tired, and you see someone maybe on the freeway entrance, or someone at like a parking lot somewhere, or at a store, a food place, and they're holding up a sign, and your first thought was, I don't have time for this, I don't want to like interact, or whatever it is. This is that numbness of like, well, whoever it is, just exist as like part of the background, and you don't really acknowledge the true like issue here, which is, why are people standing on the street asking for money, asking for help, and people are just not helping? They're just passing by like it's very normal to see this. It's not normal. It's not normal to see people having problems and us just walk past it. It's not. So, yeah, I'm breaking out of that. I don't care if, like, who cares if that person uses that money for something else? What matters is the intention behind you helping the person, and not just sitting by and letting someone suffer. So it's made me feel really uncomfortable for a while. Like, I don't see it often because I don't get out that often, but the more I've been out and about, the more I just see that it's like, this is just wrong. Why is no one doing anything about it? Now, I can't help every single person I meet, but if I have the means to do it, like, I had money in my wallet. I normally don't have cash, but I had cash in my wallet. So, like, well, clearly I can help this person. So, yeah. And I think if we all do this, just something simple, that, you know, again, it's not about how much you can or can't help someone. It's not about fixing all their problems. It's about, if you see something that's like in your path of like you're doing something and you can help them, you should. It's just that simple. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to overcomplicate it. If we all just did that, lots of people would get lots of help, right? Like, it didn't take too much effort for me to turn around and go and walk up to the person. I didn't even have to really walk up to the person. I could have just rolled down the window if I really wanted to. But I felt like it was more like, I don't know. I just felt like that walking up there was helpful. So, but, yeah. I've thought about the culture we've been breeding, where it's like someone needs help in some way, and the first instinct is not to help them, but to take out your phone and start recording. Like, isn't that weird? That no one wants to do something and instead is like, I'm gonna record this. Seems really backwards to me. So I'm not gonna let that numbness linger anymore. I'm not. And I don't think any of you should either. I'm not saying go save the world. That's not what this is about. It's about just simple things. The simple, small things. Seeing a person that you see maybe is a neighbor, maybe is someone just walking, and you say, hey, it's a nice day out. Why not? Doesn't cost you anything. You feel a little uncomfortable because it's like, oh, and we don't normally do that. It's just stuff like that. And if you continuously do that, it's also the same thing with like, I see trash sometimes, like on the sidewalk or in the grass next to the sidewalk or whatever it is. Like, it could be in the dirt, could be on the street. I saw a lady, you know, she's like, she got a bag and she has a glove on and she's walking around, and if she sees trash, she just puts it in the bag. And it's like 2 extra seconds for her. But like, it makes a huge difference. It makes the whole place look better. So I'm like, yeah, she's doing work. And it looked like it was trouble for her to get down and pick stuff up, but she was doing it anyway. I'm like, well, if she could do that, I can do that too. So when I go out for a walk, if I see some fucking garbage that either accidentally or purposely was dropped there, it's like, okay. It's like, hey, dog guy that, you know, wraps his poop, the poop for the dog, and then leaves it on the sidewalk. It's like, we all know what you're doing. Like, come on, man. It's your dog. You should pick up after your dog. But, you know, you see it, it's like, well, I don't want to see this every day. If no one else is going to pick it up, I'll pick it up and I'll put it in my trash can or whatever. So, it's just simple things like this. Doesn't take too much of your time. Changes the world in very small ways. And if you do it, hell, the lady didn't know I was going to see her out the window. But because she started doing it, I'm like, hey, why don't I do it too? Now we got 2 people walking around picking up trash. Like, you do things, very small things, and they have unexpected, like, positive changes around you. You know, take pride in where you live. Take pride in where you do things. We don't have to do crazy, heaven and earth-shaking changes to make a difference. So, yeah. Anyway. I've been yapping. I'm gonna eat my food. I'm really hungry. So, yeah. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna enjoy living. Alright. I'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys. It is 9 o'clock exactly. Thought I was gonna make 2 separate meals and do nothing for most of the rest of the evening. But I ended up feeling like I should go out. So I drove around and visited all of the childhood, like, places that I remember as a means to kind of let go of any lingering kind of karma, or I'm not quite sure. It felt right. I did it. At each place I said thank you. I apologize for any wrongdoings I did, and I forgive anything that happened there. Both on my part and on other people's parts. And yeah, it felt really good. I got one more place I'm thinking in my head, like, I want to go, but it was like too far away and it got really late. But yeah, I think with this kind of thing, you can't just go to a place, say a few words, and then suddenly everything's just relieved. It's more of like when you're at that point of being able to truly forgive and let go. I think that's kind of when you'll just know. And at that point, the words you say, the things you go to or do, you don't even have to necessarily go to the places. I just happen to be close enough to where I can go to the places, but if it's impossible for you to do that, it's not needed. But it's more of the intentionality behind it and what it is that you're actually doing internally. And the outward stuff is more ritualistic in a sense of you're doing it as a way to show in the real world what you're doing internally. And once you do that, like, I can feel like those past memories and thoughts no longer hold sway on the way I currently exist. There's no longer any ties, good or bad. And in a way, it's almost like burying and memorializing the past as the past, not deleting it, not trying to destroy it or kill it or whatever, but planting it inside of your own internal existence as a sort of memorial to what once was and the new chapter that you're about to live. And that's what it feels like. It may be different for other people, but for me, that's what it feels like. And I truly believe that when you get to this point and you truly can just let go and forgive, you don't have to continue digging it up anymore. The grave has been filled. The marker has been set. You don't need to re-dig it up. Something the coach mentioned to me was the idea that we're constantly doing shadow work in this like never-ending spiral where you just keep going back to similar things in a deeper way. And I disagree. I think that's a trap. I think it's a trap that keeps you thinking that you're not good enough or that there's something more that you have to do before you're worthy. It keeps you in a loop. It's a beneficial loop to a certain extent, but it's still a loop. And exploring those things is worth it. It's helpful. But once you've done enough exploring, you don't need to continue exploring more. Sure, maybe some good can come out of a little bit deeper. Oh, maybe if I just looked at it from an even crazier angle or whatever, but when you're trapped in that kind of loop, and this can happen with spirituality in general, where you feel like you're getting better, and you're like, oh, I'm understanding a new concept, I'm doing a new ritual, I'm doing a new thing. And I'll tell you, I've never had any specific rituals or things that I've done that have any semblance of staying power. And I've gotten to where I am through just understanding. The rituals can help sometimes in the beginning, but ultimately they're something someone found incredibly helpful for them, and then they passed it down, and then over time some of the meaning still lingers, but sometimes things get lost in translation, or the whole point of why you even do the thing in the first place kind of falls away, and all you're left with is doing a specific set of actions and hoping for some specific result. So that's why I think it's important, above all, to look internally and follow your heart, your gut, that center that guides you. And for some it's louder than others, and that's okay. But you should never change one addiction for another. You can be addicted to drugs or alcohol or video games, gambling, doing whatever it is. And you think, oh, I gotta find some way to better myself. And then you get addicted to the spiritual kind of betterment of oh, I'm getting higher, I'm leveling up, I'm becoming a better spiritual person, and I understand these esoteric things, and some of that's helpful, but I think it should be a tool just like any other thing we do. It shouldn't be the end goal. And as long as it remains the end goal, well, then you're going to continuously be trapped in that loop. So, anyway. So I made food. I don't know if I showed it, but I'm going to show it again. I got my cereal with the half a cup of milk. And then I made my chickpeas. They came out really good, so I'm excited for that. I'm thinking maybe this is maybe I just do these two as the 2 meals. I do the 2-meal thing, and I just, instead of the apple, I have the chickpeas. See, obviously it's not a good trade-off, in terms of calories or whatever, but I don't know. I'll try to be fluid with it. If I ever get hungry in between the meals, I can just eat the chickpeas, and if I'm not, and things, get busy or whatever, then I just make them both. So The chickpeas are really easy too, so it was nice. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. Today was a great day, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. We'll just see what happens. All right. Oh, just wanted to mention on a side thing. I ended up taking a shower, and I realized today with the shower, the reason I haven't been taking showers every day, it's not because I don't want to be clean or whatever, but I used to take showers every day. And at some point, I heard somewhere from someone that it was unhealthy to take showers every day. So I was like, oh, damn. Like, oh, it like hurts your hair if you like shampoo and condition every day. And you can like go bald, and there's all sorts of things associated with showering every day. And I realized that because of that fear, I didn't take showers every day, even though I like showers. I like doing the shower thing. It's like a cleansing thing. It feels really good. I like that I like, smell nice, and like I don't have to like panic about like, oh, like if I'm interacting with someone, am I gonna be weird or stinky or whatever? And like every other day was fine. But there's just something about taking a shower every day that just feels really good. And maybe that's an addictive loop, I don't know. But if it is, I enjoy it enough to where I don't see any harm in doing it. I am gonna try and like I have been shampooing every day that I've taken a shower, and I can tell that my hair is kind of a little, like, it's fine, but I think I'm drying it out a little bit too much. So I'm gonna try and do the every other day for the shampoo and conditioner, where on the days that I'm not shampooing and conditioning, I don't know, maybe I'll just maybe I'll just condition. Because my haircut person, she was telling me about how like you can always do the conditioner on the days that you don't do shampoo. And I think that maybe that's what she was kind of referring to, is like if you're showering every day, conditioner every other day. So maybe I'll just text her and ask her. But anyway, okay. Today is a long one, even though it's only been 3 recordings, I think. So I'm going to let you all go. Have a good night. I appreciate all of you. I love you guys. And I say I love you guys, but when I say guys, I mean like everyone, and guys and girls and anything in between. So, so just know that me saying guys is just me saying everyone. So, love you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow.